Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be here. My name is Julian Castaneda. I'm 18 years old from Bakersfield, California. Currently going to Cal State Northbridge, where I am studying marketing.
I founded a nonprofit called Guys Who Love Foundation. We deliver care packages, give out scholarships, and also provide lottery tickets to families affected by cancer. It is something that I'm very passionate about because I have personally been affected by cancer. I was diagnosed with leukemia at only 10 years old. It started when I was in 4th grade. I was feeling fatigued and had no energy. At 10 years old, I just wanted to sleep instead of playing. It got worse as time passed. Then one day, I almost fainted at school. The school nurse saw that I was very pale and recommended that I go to the hospital. When I arrived at the hospital, I remember the nurses putting stickers all over my body and needles in my veins. I was afraid because I didn't know exactly what was going on. The doctors soon came to let us know we would be transferred here to Valley Children's Hospital. I was put in the ambulance, and upon arrival, more tests were done to figure out what was wrong with me. I was told that I had a very low hemoglobin level, and so a blood transfusion was completed. I was soon put in the hospital room to spend the night in. At this point, I was fearful of what was going to happen next. The next morning, after a bad night's sleep, the doctors walked in and they broke the news no child or parent wants to hear. You have cancer. I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. This is a moment where my life changed forever. I was soon bombarded with so much information about my diagnosis. There was lots of uncertainty ahead of me. I was scheduled for surgery soon after for a report and was put under general anesthesia. Soon after, I underwent a lumbar puncture and received chemo. Those couple of days were the most fearful of my life. Going from a normal kid's life, running around without any worries, to learning all the different treatments and how long the process was going to take was a hard pill to swallow as a 10-year-old. I went through 3.5 more years of chemo, procedures, and doctor visits before I was finally in remission. The doctor visits still continued as I entered high school. At this point, I was finally getting used to being a normal kid again, being able to hang out with friends, going to the movies, and many other things that I take for granted before my diagnosis. I was 15 years old and in my sophomore year of high school, but I went to my doctor for a routine checkup here at Valley Children's Hospital. I was diagnosed, yet again, with leukemia. Hearing the doctor say I had cancer for a second time crushed me. I was excelling in track, I had a summer time with college programs I was going to attend. More certainty laid on my shoulder once again. This time I knew what to expect, which filled my heart with even more fear. I soon started chemo again. After the first round of chemo, I received a bone marrow biopsy to see how effective the chemo was. When the results came back, the doctor said that the chemo wasn't as effective as it should be. Because I received chemo in the past, I had built up a tolerance level for the chemo. After discussing treatment options, we decided to move forward with the bone marrow transplant at City of Hope. Before I could receive my new bone marrow, I had to go through a week of conditioning. This meant a week long of high-dose chemo and radiation. That was my very last week of chemo, but the fight wasn't over yet. I then received my new bone marrow and didn't get to go home for another couple months. During this time, I couldn't leave my room at all because I had such a low immune system. I also had to deal with horrible mouth sores that didn't allow me to eat for weeks. I wasn't able to eat a decent meal for a very long time. But during that time, I was blessed to have the opportunity to go to a World Series game between the Dodgers and Astros. My doctor made an exception so that I could leave the hospital to attend the game. It was an experience that I'll never forget and was possible because of all the good people around me. After the 100 days that I had to be in hospital, following my procedure, I was allowed to return to school near the end of my junior year of high school, and was immediately placed in all AP courses. I went from being in the hospital full-time to to a full workload at school. Even with a full workload, I managed to develop my friends to help me fundraise and start a club to achieve my vision of helping other cancer patients. I started by selling one box of chocolates and soon sold out in one day. The next day, I gave one box to a friend and sold one myself. The day after that, I bought 4 boxes and gave 3 to other friends and then sold the other one to myself. I kept reinvesting till I had about 20 people selling for our club. In about a 2-week period, we were able to raise almost $1,000 just selling chips at school. School soon ended and I started brainstorming items to purchase for our bags. Our first bags consisted of a blanket, hat, board games, coloring books, crayons, and much more. We made 50 bags and delivered them here to Valley Children's Hospital last summer. Once school started, we began to sell trills at our football games. We also sold shirts, hats, wristbands, and pop sockets. My treatment was going well. I had very little complications from my bone marrow transplant and was only going to the doctor every couple of months, about once a month. By the end of my first full semester of high school, we raised enough for another 100 bags and delivered them to City of Hope and Valley Children's Hospital. I was also working behind the scenes to file as a nonprofit organization. Then in January of this year, we received a letter granting us permission to operate as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. I was very excited about all the progress as it was our first step to expanding out of high school. We started on tamales at church to raise money for my nonprofit. With the money raised, we decided to give out a scholarship. I went from applying scholarships for myself to creating one for others to apply to. The application started in April and ended in May. We received so many applications, and the hardest part was just choosing one. After taking into consideration many factors, we chose a fellow cancer survivor for Valley Children's. At the end of May, I walked across the stage for my high school graduation. It was something I wasn't totally sure I was going to be part of back when I was receiving my transplant. It was a great accomplishment for my family and I. And not even a week after graduating, I was given a scholarship to a college student older than me. It was a humbling experience to be part of, to provide a scholarship for someone else in financial need. After this experience, I started thinking of new fundraising ideas I could do over the summer and decided to host a glow-in-the-dark dance. And also decided to take a few patients to the Dodgers game. For our dance, I got my friends together and we started planning. We came up with a budget and everything started coming together. I went out to find sponsors and started selling tickets. For the event, we had a few news and radio interviews to help spread awareness and promote the event. On August 16th, about 2 years after my bone marrow transplant, we held the event, which was a huge success. This was my biggest fundraiser I have ever done. And I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I stayed positive and learned through it all. With the money raised, we are planning to deliver another 200 care packages this year to 5 different hospitals and grant another scholarship next year. We're also working on expanding to different colleges. With the help of my friends, we hope to set up clubs on many college campuses in California, like UC Berkeley, UCLA, UC San Diego, and many more. If all goes well, we will be spreading awareness on 11 different college campuses across California, and our programs will expand across the state. Our long-term vision is to be able to provide our programs nationwide. We also plan on adding additional programs like summer camp, financial assistance, and much more. Getting to this point was not a straight road to success. There were many setbacks and rejections, but I didn't let rejection discourage me. And I want everyone here to take away from my story that there is always hope. If you stay positive in the most negative situations, you can make something great from it. You can help your community in many ways. You don't have to start a nonprofit. You can join one and volunteer. Every organization runs on volunteers and would love an extra hand. You can also help fundraise for an organization to help their programs. If you love politics, you can lobby in front of Congress so they can provide more funding to childhood cancer research. You can use your voice and talk about the issues you are passionate about at your community board meetings. You can also donate. You don't necessarily have to donate items or money, but you can also donate blood. Every single person here can make an impact on our generation and for future generations to come. Just know, every one of you has a story with value. It's up to you to share those values with others. Some of you have stories here that can impact lives in many ways mine cannot. Embrace your story and use your voice to change the world for the greater good. Thank you.